Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, the direct access email line from you to me and my crew for purchase questions about this or any watch you see on Watchbox Reviews. And today we're discussing one of my favorite modern Jaeger-LeCoultre watches, and I'm generally not a fan of the Tribute style and the Tribute genre. This is the 2014 stainless steel 800-piece limited edition Jaeger-LeCoultre Tribute to Geophysic, an homage to the 1958 Geophysic E168 and E169, the Geophysic Deluxe. This is a timepiece that's more evocative of the former, with the charismatic and rare in 1958 crosshair dial on the stainless steel model. It's got it all going on, with lugs that would have given the 1963 Carrera a run for its money. It's a 38.5mm stainless steel case that updates the size while maintaining the proportions and character of the 35mm 1958 original. Now the watch is a reasonable 11.3mm thick, and we'll talk about why that's reasonable in a moment. It should be thicker by all rights. From lug to lug, a nice and compact vintage-inspired 45.3mm with a spacing between the lugs of 19mm. Now the strap that's equipped is black, semi-gloss, large rectangular scale alligator leather. You can see it features a folded edge, but it's a very thick cut piece and substantial, with calfskin on the underside, and you'll note a JL logo, a simple stainless steel pin buckle with the company logo. Now the case is gorgeous because it references the original, and here's probably where the watch is truest to the original, with the non-logo crown and the lugs that break out sharply with a dramatic cleft line between the case band and the lug profile. The case band is all of satin finish. You can see that the bezel as well as the lug hoods are of polish for contrast, and you'll also appreciate that the bezel, as with the original, has a vertical section and then a conical sloped section. The timepiece features a nod to the original, and before I get any closer, I'm going to show you a wrist shot real quick so you can see it on my wrist. 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears easily. Again, the thickness at just over 11mm means this one easily slides underneath a dress cuff of any kind, and at just over 45mm lug to lug, I can endorse this watch for smaller wrists as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Once again, the fit of this watch really quite well suited to a small wrist, but also those who prefer more traditional sizes or those who are looking for a formidable unisex option. Now the timepiece features a dial that is evocative of the original, but so too is the bezel. Not the exterior bezel, the inner bezel. I'm going to do my best to show this, but you can see that inside the bezel there are little dots of ecru color superluminova. That's designed to reference the original radium lume on the 1958 Geophysic, which was located on the underside of the then plexiglass crystal. So because first, radium can't be used for obvious reasons, cancer and whatnot, and the fact that a crystal is a service part that's often pulled and replaced, JLC opted to place the lume on the inside of the bezel on the Tribute to Geophysic rather than place it underneath the sapphire and risk it becoming dislodged, as it often did on the original. And you can also see here upgraded dial features. You have lovely polished indices as well as quarter Arabic numerals and a crosshair dial design. That wasn't featured on most of the 1958 E168 models. In contrast, for the 2014 run, the rose gold model and the steel model featured the crosshair, whereas the more common 1958 dial is featured on the 58-piece platinum version of this watch. So the rare dial is on the rarest watch. 1958, this would have been the rare one. Now the watch is lovely and minimalist with a matte white dial that resists glare, and it's a watch that was designed to celebrate the 1958 International Geophysical Year, an attempt to bring apolitical scientists from East and West together to investigate the mysteries of the globe and its climactic extremes. Now that's why you have the geosphere symbol. That's where that originally came from. It would later be the symbol on the back of the Master Control watches during the 90s and 2000s. Now you'll also note 800 pieces. One thing that I should mention is that it is a 100-meter water-resistant watch. With the screwed-in case back, the original Geophysic was a chronometer, highly water-resistant and anti-magnetic, and this watch upholds those standards, because while the standard Master Control test is of one single 1,000 hours duration, the actual chronometric standards for JLC watches. Since the master control became universal in 2004, the standards for each model and family are not the same. This watch uses the tourbillon standards, and it has been adjusted in 6 positions to vary no more than -1 + 4 seconds per day, slaying the COSC -4 + 6. The watch also has a soft iron inner cage like a Milgauss to resist magnetism, and again, being 100 meters water resistant, it may seem elegant, but it is no dress watch. Finally, you have a highly adjusted JLC manufactured caliber 8981 inside the case. Unidirectional winding with ceramic rotor bearings, those 2 features making it respectively efficient and minimal in terms of its maintenance requirements, as ceramic bearings need not be lubricated. The automatic winding powering a 43-hour power reserve, a free-sprung balance with a hairspring laser welded at the stud and the collet for shock resistance, beaten away at 28,800 vibrations per hour with a stop seconds or hacking feature to set the watch precisely, a manufacturer movement with serious credentials, and 29 pivot jewels. This is the Tribute to Geophysic. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com to own this one inside and out. The Geophysic by night,